What does it really take to keep going when it feels like the whole world is falling apart around you? Often, the answer isn't in some big, complicated idea, but in a single, powerful human story. Today, we're going to look at an absolutely astonishing journey of survival, one that takes place in one of the toughest chapters of recent history.
And this, right here, is the very heart of the story we're about to get into. It's a journey that's not just about surviving hardship, but about the incredible power of the human spirit to basically create its own light in the absolute darkest of places. So, to really understand this journey, we have to go back. We have to step into the world where it all started. Sudan in the 1980s, a nation that was being completely ripped apart by a devastating civil war.
On one side, you had the central government. On the other, the Southern People's Movement. But this wasn't just some distant political fight. It was a civil war that shattered the entire nation. It created this landscape of pure chaos and danger that forced everyday people to make totally impossible choices.
And let's be clear, this wasn't a choice to go find a better life. No, this was a desperate flight from death itself. The threats were right there, in their faces. The constant violence, the gnawing pain of hunger, and just the complete and utter collapse of the world as they knew it.
But right in the middle of all that external chaos, the story takes a turn inward. We start to see that its real power isn't in the details of the war, but in how one person responded to it all from the inside.
So this unwavering faith, it's not just a passive thing you have. It's an active, powerful conviction. When literally everything else is taken away from you, this becomes the only source of hope. It's the engine that actually drives your survival.
And that whole idea, that powerful faith, it boils down to just three simple words. It's not a promise that tomorrow is going to be easy or even good. It's just a deep, certain belief that it will arrive. That one simple idea became the fuel to get through the unimaginable.
So with that internal compass just pointing forward, the physical journey begins. And it's a brutal trek, born from the simple, desperate need to just survive.
And here's where we meet them. Two young brothers, Wur and Chol. We follow them as they're forced to just leave everything behind and set off on this harrowing escape from South to North Sudan, just looking for any kind of safety.
You can almost see their path forward in three stages. First, there's the raw act of just running away from death and hunger. Then comes navigating this deep, dark uncertainty, never knowing what the next day or even the next hour will bring. And finally, the most powerful step of all, making a conscious choice to embrace the future and just keep moving, no matter what.
And this is where the story becomes so much bigger than its specific time and place. It really becomes a universal message. It's about something that resonates with all of us, no matter who we are or where we're from.
The story leaves us with some really powerful lessons, doesn't it? That hope is an incredible source of resilience, that we can find real, tangible strength in our deepest beliefs, and that we should never, ever give up on the promise that a brighter tomorrow is possible.
This question really brings it home. I mean, we've all faced our own dark times, right? Those moments where hope just feels a million miles away. This story invites us to think about our own struggles through the lens of what Wur and Chol went through.
What the brothers' journey really shows us is that even when you feel like you've hit rock bottom, a steadfast conviction, that simple belief in tomorrow, can be the one beacon that guides you through any storm and back toward the light.
So we'll leave you with this to think about. In your own life, when you're facing your own challenges, what is that belief, that conviction, that promise of tomorrow that keeps you putting one foot in front of the other?